Welcome to the Hot Tubs.
People who I don't really truly love, I don't worry about as much.
They have places like this all over the country.
Rob and I are very much in love.
Too many emotional strings attached.
Oh my God.
You're just trying to get your 15 minutes.
I like licking girls' teeth.
Oh my God.
Why did you think I'm home?
Reality TV 101.
You kids have fun arguing semantics. I'm gonna go meet the professor regarding the alien test subject.
Welcome to Vanderpump Robs, a podcast about reality television. I'm Rob Schulte. With me, of course, is the ever popular and really cool and smart person, Kate Shapiro. Hello, Kate.
Rob, I have an announcement before we record. I just want to say something. I took a beta blocker before this recording, so I don't know if I can take accountability or ownership for anything. And if you say things like, Kate, you're a bitch, how do you feel about that? And I don't have a reaction, it's because I'm on drugs.
Oh, man. And you know, what I learned from the beta blockers are the same as opioids, apparently. And
I took those as well.
Oh,
and
okay,
those.
Great. Okay, cool. Well, I also broke edge, and I decided to do like 10 lines before this podcast. So,
just like West.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot. Like, I guess that he rubbed his nose once, and they're like, he's going and doing lines, and I'm like, this guy's not on coke.
Notably, when you're on coke, you don't talk at all.
Yeah.
Be careful out there, folks. Some podcasters are on the Meija pipeline, and it shows.
Are you talking about me? Because I'm on beta blockers and I can't formulate a response other than like, in what context do you mean that? Me and Wes didn't have sex until March 31st, 2026. I will fucking go to the deposition and say that in front of God and lawyers.
The only two things that matter are God and lawyers. That's what I hear. Kate, it's okay that we both are fans of beta blockers. And no, the Meija pipeline is not you. It's people who are judging anyone who takes a beta blocker because it's going to change. Look, Paige DeSorbo came out saying like beta blockers are getting a bad rap here. Beta blockers are great. So point in Paige's.
I take beta blockers. I mean, for podcasting, for anything, it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't take your emotions away. You're just like, I don't know, less shaky, less anxious physically. Like, I don't know, like my palms don't sweat if I'm on Doughboys or something.
Yes.
That's the first time I took beta blockers. I was on Doughboys and I took like 3. And I was just like, wow, I like am not moving very much here.
Hey, and their fans were not big weird freaks either.
No.
Which is great.
Not at all.
Well, Kate, we won't need to take beta blockers for Secret Sundays, which we're actually going to be doing here very soon, folks. So if you want to get in on Secret Sundays, which is the less formal, more, I would say Rob and Kate off the cuff, because we've taken a lot of screenshots and want to talk the real shit on different stuff we've seen online regarding our favorite reality show friends, then head to vanderpumprobs.com so you can get that. Kate, I was in Chicago when I watched the Summer House Part 3 reunion at a watch party, which I'll give you a little bit more tea on that when we talk about that. But first, I got to jump to Schwartz's 007 themed birthday party.
You're going to have to... I only got to watch like 20 minutes of this episode because...
Well, there was good thing for you. There was only 20 minutes of episode, I think. In this,
both in the valley and in the city. Very painful to get through. These people... Bravo is a real problem. We were talking about the silver text.
Yes.
Is like... They want to direct people to their monetized platforms for the real tea, I think, because Bravo doesn't really pay them enough. And who can blame them? Like, if Wes wants to give all the tea on his friendly podcast, I'm sorry, I don't really blame him for doing that. Like, he needs to have a job outside the Bravo stuff. Like, he's not a housewife. He's not, like, independently wealthy.
And that's not clout chasing either. That's
Bravo
paid.
just needs to pay more across the board. Like, the people I know behind the scenes at Bravo are always terrified. They don't know if a season's coming back. They don't know, like, should they take another job, or is like another season coming? Like, they're independent contractors. They don't get health care. Like, what I'm trying to say here is let's pay them more so they give more tea on the reunion, because that reunion had nothing. It was like not even as good as those leaks made it seem like it was going to be.
No, they like strategically cut all of the good leak stuff.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. Well, what else is annoying is the Valley continuing to be annoying. And also, but Kate, we got to be careful. Someone left us a not so nice review on Apple because they listened to 2 minutes of our podcast, and apparently they didn't like any of our takes, and we used the F word too much.
I wonder if it's Nia.
I mean, very well could. I do believe it was someone named Carrie, because your name is in the. You didn't even come up with like a generic screen name. Come on, person. But
sounds
look,
anti-Semitic is what it sounds like.
yeah, I think it is, and we will. Well, I'm just going to put it out there, Carrie. We've already tracked your IP. We know who you are. So, sorry. We're going to add you to some Christian Science newsletters. Well, at the Valley this week, Kate, Brittany and Brandon broke up. They broke up. He barely stayed to help her after her surgery, and he also was dating someone else. And how does she know that? Brandon's ex-wife DM'd her to say she caught him FaceTiming another woman. Brittany, you are a total loser. Yeah, like, you are a total loser. If the ex-wife of your boyfriend is DMing you to say he's cheating on you. Oh, also she gave him his shitload of money.
It's just her giving nature. It's her
I'm
giving
just a giver.
nature.
I'm a giver. I need people to help. I don't
Hey,
need
Brittany,
them to pay me.
I'm a receiver. Like,
Yeah.
if you're just giving out money, Rob, put the Venmos and the social media posts, because Brittany, I need some money.
Yeah,
And I'm willing to cheat on you. I'm willing to cheat on you and treat you horribly. And when next time you get elective surgery, I'm just gonna take your pain pills and leave.
Also, stop calling them ball sacks. Stop calling your little like weird drainage tubes ball sacks. It's just so.
It's already gross enough.
Yeah.
It's like, no shame, but it's already just gross enough thing.
Yeah. So last season, Jax is out for the majority of the season to go to outpatient treatment and rehab. And this season, Brittany's like, yeah, this will be a good season. I'll be recovering from surgery through 90% of recording. This is great.
Yeah. I don't know why didn't she do this right before the season so she could look banging? And, well, she doesn't look banging. I don't know. I would have done it before the season and say, I just got my mommy makeover and now I'm dating again. But
yeah, I think it's because the only way she gets free surgery is if the surgeon's on the show.
Yeah.
Or reduced.
I don't know, Brittany. Love yourself more than like needing free surgery. Like it's like the extra chips and queso on your Chipotle rewards. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's surgery and it's serious. Like, pay for it.
Well, and Nia's not even calling Brittany. She's just commenting publicly on Brittany's posts, which
It's very
not a
secret
good
wives.
thing.
I think that's fine. I think that's. Didn't she organize an entire meal train for Brittany?
Yeah, and left Janet off of it, which is also like, who gives a shit? Brittany's going to be door dashing everything anyway.
Yeah, Brittany's not good. The thing about this meal train and why Brittany hates it is probably because there's healthy food on it.
Yeah. They're like, we sent you artichokes. Ah, damn it. You know I don't eat veggies. Let's see here. Janet, of course, everyone starts like pointing out that, you know, she's an argumentative at this 007 party, or she's like a hot button issue, and she's like, well, I'll just leave. I don't have to be here. And then she goes down to the kitchen, and Luke starts a fight with her. And Luke is a dumbass. And Janet actually, like, I think she says something that confounds Luke, because he's like, well, you just keep talking about Danny and all the things that Danny did. And she's like, well, Danny did something bad, and I spoke about it. He's like, but you didn't see him do it. And Janet goes, did you have to see what Charles Manson did to know that he's a psychotic person? And Luke goes, oh, so now Danny's psychotic. She's like, no, I just know that it was a psychotic thing to do, and I didn't have to see it. And I know what Danny did was bad, and I didn't have to see it. And Luke, like, stumbles over his words with, like, the tallest glass of whiskey you've ever seen with no ice and no mixer, and, like, stumbles out of the room full red-faced. So I kind of love it when people are trying to be argumentative when they're drunk as hell and, like, can't comprehend the conversation. That's good TV. But, of course, we don't get the whole conversation because it's Bravo.
Yeah, I do think that I hate that these people's like only frame of reference for bad person is like Charles Manson.
Yeah,
I saw a Reddit post that West was a lot like Charles Manson, and I'm like, really don't see that. And they were like, because Charles Manson was known for love bombing women.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right. Wes love bombs. He got a swastika tattooed on his forehead. Like, he's a lot like
drugs people with acid that he doesn't take so he can guide them to his ideology.
Convince them to go murder some Hollywood starlet. Yeah, I think they're a lot alike.
Yeah. I just don't, these people have no frame of reference for anything. And I feel like that argument does leave it open for saying, oh, you're saying Danny is Charles Manson?
Well,
like,
when you're this stupid, of course it does.
Yeah.
But it is a good gotcha. Like, you don't have to physically witness something with your eyes to know it's bad. I'm going to say it, Carrie. Sorry, you fucking idiot. Went there.
Yeah. And didn't Danny say go into like a closet to secret drink in front of Janet, like in a closet? Which I feel like she did see that.
Yeah, she did see that. I mean, I think they're alluding to when he like grabbed Jasmine's girlfriend by the ass and was like, "Get daddy a drink."
Cannot believe we're still talking about this. I just don't care anymore. I don't care. And it's never, whenever Jasmine tries to talk about it, they're like, shut up, Jasmine.
Yeah, they're like, Jasmine, you're not even on this show. Come on. I love, though, I was talking to my friend Bree in Chicago, and Bree was like, yeah, the Valley kind of sucks, but man, is Jax going to have the best comeback next season. And I was like, I know.
Yeah,
it's going to be disgustingly good.
I didn't watch a lot, but where I stopped watching is Brittany talking about having to go to a party next door to Jax's house. And I'm like, this guy's getting so much screen time for a show that he was kicked off of.
Yep.
If I was Brittany and I hated Jax, I would not say his name once on television.
Yeah. Nope.
I would not give him any... Yeah. Lori Kay, right. I guess when your publicist represents both you and your ex-husband, get a new publicist.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Now, of course, we love Lori Kay now because she's the one who's in between us and Danielle getting an interview on the podcast. So, Lori, answer that email. You got to answer that email. Danielle's down, but apparently has to.
I wonder what she's going to charge.
Ooh, they better not charge anything. And if they do, I'm out in that dollar amount on the podcast. Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Okay. But also, folks, if you want us to pay for these interviews, VanderpumpRobs.com. Well, we need a tidy little nest egg for that.
We'll pay for interviews. That's the best kind of journalism.
Exactly.
For interviews.
Unbiased, totally above board.
Like that certain Vanderpump Rules cast member who wanted $70,000 for the Scandival tea from us.
Oh, yeah. I wonder where... Maybe we'll talk more about that on Secret Sunday. In a few months when we can do that. But let's talk a little bit about the Summer House reunion. Kate, of course, we're on beta blockers, so our emotions are going to be tamped down and we won't be able to talk much. But
I'm really sick of this. I'm sick of this. I think they're making me care for Amanda. They're making me side with Amanda, and she sucks. And I've always hated Amanda, but I just don't think it's like all that bad. It was Kyle saying he didn't cheat on Amanda, though he did act inappropriately. And I'm like, there's nothing Kyle can say that like can convince me he didn't cheat on Amanda. Like he did. Like there's pictures of him at fans' apartments at 5:00 in the morning, wasted. Like he cheated on Amanda.
Yeah.
Like there can only be good or evil. And I'm so sick of that here because this is such a gray area for everyone. There's like the betrayal is hard to suss out. Like it's so hard to explain this to someone who doesn't know anything about it. They're like, I don't understand why anyone's so mad. And
it's so difficult because obviously it sucks to like hurt a friend's feelings. But you're not friends with that person if you make this choice, or you're not as close as that person thinks you are. And so to like for Ciara to give Kyle and West any more breathing time is just like ruining her life. Like, and also you dated for 3 months. Like I understand shit happened this last summer, but we got to chill out. And I also get pissed when I was watching this. I went to a Chicago watch party, which was fun. And it was, cheering and clapping for all the things you would assume would be cheered and clapped for. But a surprising amount of like bolstering laughter at crying Jesse Solomon face. Like that was good. But at a certain point, West and Amanda just needed to be like, y'all, I know that none of you are friends with us anymore, but our relationship is not that serious. You are forcing us into a corner to tell you it's serious when we didn't care. We don't care how serious it is. Amanda, I obviously didn't care that West was dating other women and fucking other women because that allowed me to date and fuck other men. But we like each other and we're hanging out with each other and it's not any bigger than that. And y'all are the ones that are making it a big deal.
yeah, I try to think about the parasocial element for how worked up people get. But if this was in my friend group, if like it was my friends, it would be juicy gossip and it would be like popping off in the group chat. But I don't think it would end any friendships other than like maybe between the West and the Ciara. And the Kyle and the Amanda. But the fact that like Jesse's out here posting timelines about
Jesse,
shit.
Oh my God, dude, you are, and I hate to interrupt you, Kate, but you are so right. Like Ciara, Amanda, no more. West, Kyle, no more. Everything in between, no more. I get that. Jesse Solomon crying about this because he had a friend who his girlfriend left him for in high school. Dude.
Why does everyone need a trauma? Why does everyone need a trauma? I can understand empathy without it happening to me. I'm not that fucking narcissistic. I'm not that self-centered. I don't need to have an origin story for why I think my friend's lying to me sucks. I can just think it sucks. I could be like, West, I thought we were homies. Like, are we not? Like, I don't need to have an origin story about how my homie broke my heart 20 years ago. Like, give me a break. It's so sad and pathetic.
That sounds like an AI song. My homie broke my heart. That'd be a good one. I gotta tell
Jesse should maybe make that song.
Yeah. Well, Jesse.
It sounds like a Jesse Solomon song, and his songs sound very AI coded. So, Jesse, I think you have a new song. Maybe people will actually listen to your song if it's about how West broke your heart.
I'm right there for that. I was riding home in a Lyft from the airport yesterday, and my Lyft driver at one point goes, "Hey, how do you like the music?" And I thought it was like your standard, I'm a Lyft driver. Do you want me to turn it down? Do you want me to turn the station? I was like, oh, it's fine. No problem. I had like an earbud in, and I was like, I'm just doing some work right now. And he's like, it's AI. Isn't that crazy? And it was like the most white boy blues I'd ever heard, like Mustang Sally ass shit. And I just was like, oh yeah, crazy. And then I put in both earpods at that point. Because do you imagine listening to AI music and also choosing boring AI music.
I know. Have you heard the TikTok, the Melissa, I'm drunk outside song?
No.
It's like all over TikTok, and it's just, Melissa, I'm drunken outside. And then that's the only lyrics to the song, and the rest of it is like lots of horns, kind of reggae-seeming type of music. And I was like, this song has got me. I think I saw it on Joe Jonas' TikTok, and I was like, this song has got me, but I think it might be AI. And I checked, and it was, and I'm like, you know what? I love it. Like, I don't care.
Oh, but Kate, Summer House isn't over yet. We get another episode. Summer
I
House,
was really
the
annoyed
aftermath.
by that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe I just hate fun, but I'm over this. This was 3 episodes of Reunion that gave us nothing. We're not any clearer on the timeline. I don't know that much about like West and Amanda's relationship. I don't think there's that much to know.
No.
Nothing really happened. No gotcha
I do not
moments.
care when they fucked. I do not care when Wes stopped dating any other person. I don't care. I think it's juicy.
I hate
think
this-
You're right. It's the group text. It's nothing more than that for me.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make Meija a thing probably on the next season of this show.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's annoying. Nothing was resolved. I think Bravo needs to stop extended universing their reunions. I want the reunion to resolve things. But now, like with the Valley, they're still talking about stuff that happened in the reunion in the next season. And I think that's so boring. I wanted it to be over. I wanted to move on. At least with Scandival, you kind of could. Like,
Yeah.
I was done with it by then. But this, it's like now we get another episode of them like having scenes where they're like discussing this with each other.
It seems like it's only going to be an episode of West and Kyle sitting down and chatting, and Lindsay and Amanda sitting down and chatting. I don't want to see Lindsay and Amanda chat. I want to see Lindsay and Ciara chat. And if you're not getting that, I don't need an extra episode.
Yeah, and Kyle's already said in an interview that he like nothing happened in his West conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I think it'd be great if they made up because I really don't think Kyle cares that much.
No, Kyle loves being single now.
Yeah, he loves all of this. But I don't think anything's going to happen because they don't want to resolve anything. Amanda will do anything besides have a straight, clear answer for things. West hates talking in general. Maybe that will be better. One-on-one West, we might actually get more stuff. But I think it could just be a Peacock thing. I don't...
Yeah.
I just hate that we have to do another one of these.
It better give us
I'm done.
absolutely everything, or because we can't have any more extra.
I'm oversaturated on Scamanda. They should have just left it for the next season of Summer House, so I'm excited for that.
That would have been incredible. Well, what else is incredible is that you can support this show and help Kate and I raise awareness for our podcast by going to vanderpumprobs.com, where you get all of these episodes ad-free, the bonus episodes like the upcoming Secret Sunday and Discord access. Well, specialty Discord access. Everyone can get into the Discord, but only the supporters get the specialty channels. So go to vanderpumprobs.com and we'll see you very soon.
That is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
All right, Kate, it's season 1, episode 4 of In the City. Title, Sparks Fly, which aired June 9th, 2026. Kenny confronts Andrea about comments made regarding his relationship, which quickly escalates. Lindsay's desire to date is rekindled by a blast from her past. Kyle and Amanda try to navigate the rules of living apart while staying a couple. So, Kenny isn't excited about commitment. It's not that they have no spark. He just wants to drink his wine and not live in a storybook mindset, apparently.
What a thing to say. A storybook mindset is very Bitcoin coded.
Yes. But he does love that she moved across the country so that they could be in a relationship for this TV show.
He likes that.
Yep. But he is going, but babe, I know I fucked up, but don't forget, my mom died, okay? My mom died, made me act a little weird. I have to go through the 7 stages of hell. I mean, grief, I guess. One of these stages is me calling out all of these assholes who have been talking shit on me.
I mean, good misdirection, because she was kind of going in on him until he said he pulled the dead mom card. And then she was like, oh, sweetheart, let me hug you.
Oh, she was getting all Bambi-eyed on him.
Yeah, I don't understand this drama because they are moving in together. That is a commitment.
Yes. It's not a big deal.
So what's the problem here? They live together. So he has done some commitment. He could have said, move to New York and don't live with me.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing here that is ruining this situation for Kenny is Kenny. Kenny is so defensive about everything that happens in this episode that it just makes him look guilty. And if he would just sit there and not argue with women and yell at them and just go, oh, yeah, I feel like we're moving at the right pace for our relationship and we're both comfortable, it would be done. I mean, that would be boring TV, and I don't want to see that. So I love that he's getting all worked up, but
I don't know. It's pretty boring, even though he was getting worked up.
That's
because
true.
It's doing the
but
Bravo
could you
thing where
imagine?
everyone is so mad that about something that I forgot what they're even mad about at this point.
And I mean, we'll get there later in this episode, but I think I figured out why Gavin annoys me so much, Kate. And that's just a little teaser for the end of this episode. So Kyle's walking the dog, Amanda's packing her bags, and Lindsay brings a baby to their apartment, their currently shared apartment. And I guess Amanda's now moving somewhere else that's still a year. It doesn't. Here's the thing. If you're ever trying to rent in New York, folks, the only way you're getting a month-to-month lease is if your friend who shares an apartment with 5 other hipsters is going back home to save money for 6 months. And then you can pay month to month. You're not getting a month-to-month high rise. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you're not getting a high rise. And if you are getting a high rise, you have to go on one of those like Bitcoin singles Facebook real estate groups to find them. I see them in Miami where they're like high rises in Wynwood, like just for the summer because they don't want to be in Miami over the summer. But she wouldn't do that because it requires like a little bit of effort. It's easier to look for a new apartment.
Yeah. But a little tip for anyone who is living in New York, get the broker. Get the broker person. Just pay the extra like 15% to get the person who has the secret 3-ring binder of good places to live, because then you can get what you want, which is maybe what Amanda did, because she's like, oops, sorry, Kyle, I've got a year-long lease because I'm breadcrumbing divorcing you.
Yeah, I mean, this is her problem. Just, you want to leave Kyle, leave him. Like, she will do anything other than say what she really means in any given situation.
Yeah. But Lindsay's like, yeah, that sucks. Too bad. I know you and Kyle are on the end, but I'm ready to get my fuck on, and not with the milkman. The milkman, I couldn't get past his weird skin, and he kept asking me if he was allowed to drink certain things or not. So I'm going to fuck a country musician, and hopefully he'll take me on his private jet. So that's what's up.
Not a
with me.
private jet, I don't think.
No.
I think it's like a Cessna biplane.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's like a JFK Jr. Type situation.
This show is about to get a lot more interesting then.
I know. When he started talking about the plane, I was like, JFK Jr., Lindsay, please. This is for Carrie.
So Yvonne's unemployed still, but her husband has a business where he restores Eames chairs and other mid-century Mad Men-esque furniture for rich people. I gotta say, Kate, without going too into detail on my day job, which actually I guess I posted a bunch of TikToks about it this week.
Yeah, we all know about that.
I had to go to a furniture and design conference, and boy, is it lucrative. So
Yeah, when he was saying
set.
this, I was like, he makes money. When he was
Yeah.
talking about like someone I sell to did the Super Bowl halftime show, I was like, I believe that you sold this to Rihanna. Like,
Yes.
I believe it.
Yep.
I bet this makes a lot of money. Good for him.
I mean, not only is a new Eames chair like $10,000, which we see him restoring a like 60s Eames chair, someone is paying like $20,000 for that restoration.
More,
I'm sure.
yeah.
More, you think? God damn. God damn. But they're trying for a baby. Yvonne's baby crazy. It's fine. It's fine.
I hate
I'm
the
happy
trying
for
for
him.
a baby
Yeah.
storyline. She says she got married to him to have a baby, and now that he's pushing it back, and that's not cool. And I'm like, well, it's not really cool to get married to someone because just for a baby, like you should love them. But I guess she is 39, so it's like,
Yeah.
if it's gonna happen now. But then again, like he's not using the birth control.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pregnancy trap him. Just
I
like
was gonna
take
say.
ovulation strips. Figure out when you're. It's so easy to pregnancy trap someone. Yvonne, I feel like you know about this. Like, just find your ovulation window, fuck in it 2 or 3 times. Just say you're on the pill. Say you're on the pill, and then say the pill didn't work. Say the pill didn't work.
Lots to think about there, Kate, that I don't feel comfortable commenting on. Now,
That's what I'm here for.
so what happens? Is this the one where we jump immediately to like Andrea and Lexi visiting Lindsay?
Also
Because-
talking about trying for baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Lindsay tells Andrea that like men shouldn't drink for 3 months in order to conceive or something. No,
yeah.
not a thing.
No, he's not Tom Schwartz, who have like defective sperm from just destroying his body for the last 30 years. I think Andrea keeps it pretty tight.
Even if he didn't keep it pretty tight, like, I don't know, Kyle has fine sperm. They all have, it's
Yeah.
pretty hard to not have okay sperm. I'm sure they're all like fine.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people have talked about it online, but Summer House Reunion, they talk about how Kyle and Amanda haven't like been regularly having sex for like 4 years. But there was like a winter house season where Amanda thought she was pregnant. And Kyle got his like sperm tested. So like, what are we even doing here, folks? Like, this is,
I know, it's so fake, and I think it's really
Yeah.
weird and kind of like gross to talk about your sex life.
I
Every
agree.
relationship's different, and I hate this idea that like if you're not having sex like 5 times a week, that there's something like defective and wrong about your relationship.
I know.
Everybody is fucking different. Everybody goes through like times where they want to have sex all the time, and then times where they don't, and that's okay. And it's part of Bravo's big thing where it's like, if these things aren't happening in your relationship, it's wrong.
yeah, it's wrong.
bad.
You should be worried. And if you're not having a kid by this point in time, you must like not have love in your relationship, or you're unlovable.
And check your sperm, and trying for a baby and conceiving is a very medical thing that costs a lot of money, and you have to like spend a bunch of money on products. Like, it's just like very materialistic ideas of relationships.
And it's breeding more and more conservatives day by day.
Mm-hmm.
So Danielle and Owen are putting away groceries, which
I
Danielle
guess this
ordered.
we had to have a Danielle scene
Yeah,
here.
I guess so. This is why it's the worst episode. We get like one
Yeah.
scene with Danielle. And Danielle just gives her download on what happened with Lindsay. And she's like, you know, it went well. Lindsay said, we'll take baby steps to being pals again. She's like, I can understand that. I'll take that. She's like, but it was weird that more people were going in on me about the Amanda shit when I'm not even friends with Amanda, essentially.
Yeah. And it kind of sets up this drama where like Amanda and Kyle were talking shit about this article posted about how I was a homewrecker. And I really like that what she calls an article is just a Bravo and Cocktails Instagram blind item.
Which maybe some of our listeners don't know this, but Okay, so if you're not getting paid to post a blind item, if you are a popular blind item site, then it is someone like Lindsay going in there and telling you something that is either true or false. And it doesn't really matter because no matter what, you have the deniability to say, like, take this with a grain of salt. But sometimes someone is literally paying these people to do something. So, sure,
we
blind
get on the
items.
script.
I know.
We should start posting blind items.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I love
we
the
should.
idea. We should, and that should be part of Secret Sundays. So, folks, we've got some blind items lined up for Secret Sundays, and if you'd like to submit yours, you can leave it as a voicemail, or you can email us, or you can DM us. We'll read your blind items. I'm in for it. Kate, maybe we'll just...
I know. I mean, yeah.
Maybe
Who will know?
Maybe I'll beep that part, just so, who knows. But love seeing Owen being like, yeah, sometimes I just make the bed with Danielle in it because she sleeps till noon. Does Ken do that to you?
No, Ken he goes and plays either his first person city builder factory game, which I think he's logged 300 hours on, or the Returnal sequel, because he wakes up at like 6 or 7 with the dog, and I sleep until like 11 or noon, and that's his Ken time. And then I stay up late, and that's my Kate time.
I love all of
And he would never make the bed.
Okay, cool. Well, folks, figure out which one of, I don't even know what I'm saying. Do our listeners make the bed? Let's find out after this break. Remember, VanderpumpRobs.com. We need your support more than ever.
Jax is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
So Lindsay's on a date with this country singer, Dustin Lynch, who was supposed to perform at Carl and her's wedding. Who is this guy, and why does he have such large Jesse Solomon-esque teeth? I don't know. I've never heard of him, but he's like a Nashville guy, right?
I looked at his Wikipedia, and he has albums, but it very much seems like a Wikipedia he made because it lists a bunch of awards section, and they all seem like fake awards that he won every single one of them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like he's a fake person. I wanted to see if he had a controversy section because he seems like someone who's like a Trump supporter.
Yes.
But I didn't look hard enough.
Well, here's a Reddit thread. Why all the hate for Dustin Lynch and Chase Rice? They fall into the category that is the worst of the bro country. Compared to a lot of what we've seen, bro country isn't bad, but a few of Dustin Lynch's songs are some of the worst standard bro country I have ever heard. I don't personally hate on them like a lot of people do, but I agree that they are not very good. Let's look at another top comment here. I find them to be extremely dull and unoriginal. 9 times out of 10, their songs are about cliche things such as trucks and beer. And on top of that, their sound is this weird mix of snap tracks and popish production. Overall, I don't hate Chase. I can't fucking stand Dustin Lynch for reasons I don't understand, but overall, they are the definition of meh to me. Okay,
Isn't
I love
all country about drinking on your truck?
I would say
every
most
single country song?
current day is leaning into that so that they can never be mistaken for being anything else.
Yeah, because usually if I rent a car and I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm listening to the radio, I'll always put on a country station because I know what I'm getting.
Yes,
it's all the same song. And
when
I'm
you're
I
not
don't
listening
hate
to your
that song.
AI music, of course.
Yeah, when I'm not listening to Melissa, I'm drunken outside.
Yeah.
It's all the same. So
So
he
hopefully
seems like
they get into a
who's
plane ride.
kind of an industry plant, but
Yes.
maybe for real.
But how much does this exactly explain who Lindsay Hubbard is? That she has trouble finding a man that's essentially popular enough for her, but he also then turns out to be a total loser. He's successful, but a dork.
Yeah. I just want her to date him because I need the Lindsay MAGA. I need people to know that Lindsay is MAGA. Like, I know in my heart. But I need the fandom to turn on her. Because I know she's bad. And I'm sick of hearing about let her cook. Like, I don't want to let her cook.
I don't even want her in the kitchen. So Amanda and Kyle go to a bar in FiDi, the financial district. Kyle's like, oh my God, there's Goldman Sachs. Oh, there's another bank. Oh, I'm so excited about being in FiDi. And Amanda's
Of course they live in this neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who in the world lives there besides them? And it's because you could probably get a luxury high-rise that's slightly less expensive in FiDi because literally nobody wants to live there because that one bar that they're at is the only bar I've ever been to in FiDi.
And what is the deal with all of the fucking smash burgers in this episode?
I don't like smash burgers. I put that in the outline. They suck. I like a big juicy burger. What's wrong with that?
Look, Kate, calm down.
I gotta take another beta blocker.
Yeah. I like a juicy burger as well, but I do think there's a difference between like a 2008, like 3-inch thick burger with like a chicken wing on it and like just a good solid burger. And that doesn't have to be gastropub chicken wing burger or smash burger. Like give me the I had a delicious burger at the Michael Jordan Steakhouse when I was in Chicago and it was perfect.
You did. I go to Chili's all the time and they have good burgers. You know, it's fine.
And I live in California, so you can't escape a smash burger, but I'm not eating.
I mean, I don't understand the trend. I had one in New York recently, and like, it takes everything I don't like about burgers. It takes like the burn charred part and makes it the entire thing. And then like, there's more meat than there is bun, so you're just like, your hands get greasy. And I want to be able to hold my burger and not just be like palming beef. Like, it's so weird.
I love it when it drips all over my hands.
Had the toothpick with the cherry tomato on it? What was with that?
Give it a rest. Give it a rest. And we don't even talk about this in the episode because they want to talk about their stupid separation rules. Just shut up.
Oh, well, you know they're not going to follow them and they're not going to do anything. It just doesn't matter. Like, oh, she wants to stay over at each other's houses 2 times a week and make sure they go on a date and they have to go to therapy. And he's like, Kyle's like, we haven't gone to therapy in weeks. So she's like, yes, we'll start going.
And what's the deal with like the fact that she's like, Kyle, I love you. Are you still in love with me? And he can't stop laughing. And she's like, are you lying to me about loving me? Oh man, what are we doing here? Like, why is
the reason he's laughing is because she's asked him 4 times in a row. The first time, because I saw the edit where it goes straight to the laugh, and I was like, oh, that's bad. But then when I saw the actual thing, she's like, do you love me? And he's like, yes. And then she's like, do you love me? And then he's like, yes. And then she asks again, and he's like, yes, laughing. And then she's like, I knew you were lying. Like, it's crazy.
She wants an out. You know what I mean? Like, she just keeps adding layers of like, is this the thing I can go on to actually break up with him? No, he still needs to go to a fan's house for too long, and then I can call it.
I don't know. These 2 people are so weird because they clearly hate each other. They're done. They're over. They want to break up, but they're weirdly still so codependent. Like, I find that very fascinating how codependent they are. Because, like, even at the reunion when he's still defending Amanda, and then he's saying in interviews that they still talk every day. And
that's weird.
Shouldn't he be mad at her? It's just, it's so strange.
Well, if he admits all of that, then it admits that somehow he made a bad decision and he can't do that. And it's not all or nothing, like we said at the beginning of the episode. It's not just like, just because this sucks, it means the entire relationship sucked, even though it probably did. It's very, very odd. But we do have to cross over to Brooklyn. Is it Brooklyn? I don't know. When Lindsay is on this date with bro country singer Dustin Lynch, where they run into Yvonne, Kyle, Andrea, and Lexi, and Georgina, and a bunch of other people on their date. And Kenny's here, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I did this, I was like, wait, why is all these people at her date? And then I realized, oh, I was going to list everyone. And then I was like, oh, it's the whole show.
Yeah.
Like, everyone but Danielle is there.
Yeah. And Whitney. Of course, Whitney's doing a job, I guess. And they did her so dirty. Kenny's like, oh, yeah, she had to work today. And it was just like her like, hey, this is how you toast bread and put butter on it. Like YouTube video.
These are gluten-free. This is my favorite gluten-free bakery in New York City. Like,
oh my god! And I've
maybe
lived
he
here
doesn't
for a
want to
week.
date her because gluten-free is some bullshit.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
Unless you're actually allergic to gluten, of course. We all know this.
Okay, that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing. It's real, like misophonia. So Georgina and Lexi bring up how she told Whitney that Kenny didn't like her very much and that the waters were murky in the relationship. And then Kenny does what he does best, yell at women and without another man around to do anything about it. Not that it's the man's responsibility, but I think it's easier for Kenny to yell at women without anyone else there.
Andrea comes over because I guess it's all a game of telephone. And Andrea's the one who told Lexi that things were murky. And then Kenny starts yelling at Andrea about like the semantics of the word murky.
Oh, God.
And I thought this was so funny because this is a non-English speaker and you're yelling about him about his word choice. He's trying to like explain something that's difficult for me to understand as a native English speaker, as a non-native English speaker, and you're yelling at him about his semantics. And I like that Andrea's like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah. It's like I'm talking to a fucking wall here. I can't even do anything because it's true. It's like he's like, did Kyle say murky? He's like, no, that's the word I used. Like, okay. Like, and I wasn't doing anything
and he explains,
nefarious.
Like, yeah. He was like, it seems like you're unsure about wanting to get married and unsure about the future. And so I used the word murky to explain that. And Kenny's like, it's the word murky that I have a problem with. Like this semantic discussion with this non-English speaker. I'm like, you sound like such an asshole here.
Yeah. It sucks so much. I was so pissed. Like I felt like Andrea here. Like, what are we doing? You're just pissed that like, you're at the center of something and you don't know how to not be defensive and you're yelling at women and now you're yelling at me and none of this matters because it is murky. Kenny, let me show you this thing called a synonym in this book called a thesaurus. It might help you out in a lot of these situations.
I hate how like lawyerly they will all get about these things. Well, I didn't use that specific word, so I'm actually not on the hook for anything at all.
Well, lines get a little murky when we take breaks, Kate. So let's take the final break of the episode and clear up this murky water. Folks, you know what's not murky is when you visit vanderpumprobs.com. Look, just go, take a look at it. You don't have to commit today. If you'd like to test it out, shoot me a DM. I'll get you a discount code.
That is so threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Oh my God, Kate, it's time for a millennial bocce ball, general sports type place that we have seen on Summer House before.
We have seen it on Summer House.
I think 2 seasons ago.
Wasn't it 2 seasons? Yeah.
Yeah.
How lame.
It's so bad. Hey,
How
take
lame.
this ball and throw it into a trash can.
They don't even play anything.
No. It's just girls just wanting to have fun and take Raya photos. Are they letting anyone on Raya these days?
That's what I was thinking. I love that they all have to specifically say that they have Raya profiles. Like, okay, girlfriend. I feel like you aged out a Raya, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I would trust them more. This would feel more real if they just said they had. Like, doesn't Hinge? Isn't that like the safe one now? Like, if it's just like
just
a
say
straight
dating
up
profile.
Sure.
This is what I've learned from writing
Cupid.
fiction. Because after Kill the Rich, we talked about Twitter so much. And then, like, literally as we were publishing it, they, like, renamed it X. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And now in all of my fiction and in some nonfiction that I write, I just say post on social media.
Yep.
I got post on social, unless I'm talking about an Instagram that happened in the past that's specific. But
or specific
you don't
Twitter
have to
post. Yeah.
Yeah, just you don't have to be specific about the profile. I mean, they did it on purpose because they wanted to think they're rich and hot.
Well, it's much like Raya is paying them to say Raya. Like on the Instafight episode of Vanderpump Rules, Instagram was obviously paying for that whole episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Lindsay made out with Dustin after the first date, and she likes how easy it is. She can't handle anything serious right now. Jesus Christ, Lindsay, get a life.
All she does is talk about men. And this was so annoying because for the last 4 episodes of this show, you've been talking about how badly you want a boyfriend. And then you sit here and you're like, oh, well, I'm actually not that really into it. Like, I just want something like casual. No, you don't. Like, no, you don't. And I'm glad that they showed that confessional of that person being like, yeah, Lindsay wants her happily ever after. I don't know what she's talking about right now because she wants to get married. She still is talking about her marriage to Carl or a non-marriage to Carl years later. Like,
it's
Lindsay,
insane.
you can't convince me that you're not obsessed with men. It's all you think about, all you talk about. Right now, I'm sure Lindsay is pretending to be a Knicks fan somewhere.
Oh, of course she is. Of course she is. And she's so thrilled that they had the biggest comeback in all of NBA history. But according to her, Kenny is narcissistic, manipulative, and a gaslighter because he likes buzzwords and she knows how to use buzzwords too. But that's really funny, Kate, because as we've both noted here, those seem to also be Lindsay qualities.
Yeah, she is all of those things.
Yeah.
At the same time.
At the same damn time.
At the same damn time.
So we get to an interesting episode, or part of the episode, that I teased at the beginning of our chat. Kenny, Gavin, and Whitney go to eat smash burgers. And they're talking about the spark comment. I don't remember if this happens before or after Kenny, quote, admits to saying he said the thing about the spark. But Gavin is sitting there pretending to be relationship counselor, where he essentially says, well, Whitney, if you didn't act so fucking boring, Kenny would love this relationship more. I guess that's after he admits to the spark thing. But Gavin says, I've known Kenny through all of his relationships, so I know his dating life better than he does. And he's like, Kenny's insecure, and that the only way he'll be secure is if he gets everything he wants. And it's insane. And I know, we've talked about Gavin, and I do agree that, we need a character like this to, essentially pick fights with people, but I think I don't like Gavin because I see a young Rob in him where I would insert myself into people's business because I felt like I knew better than they did. But this guy's 45 years old and he's single.
Sure you didn't know better? Maybe you did know better.
I might have known better, actually. You didn't know me back then, Kate. Maybe I did know better.
Yeah, stop being so, you're better than Gavin. Stop being so hard on yourself.
You know what? I did know better, and Gavin doesn't, and that's the problem because he's old and single and wants people to think he's wise, and he's not.
What's the problem? These two guys are fucking hatching this plan.
Yes.
This entire season, they've been it's clear that they talked about this beforehand.
Yes.
You should say this on camera. It's gonna go off, bro. It's gonna go off.
Because they're obviously in love with one another, and that's the whole thing that's happening here.
Just date each other.
Don't keep it on the down low, or do keep it on the down low. We're trying to figure this out. But Gavin does down his drink and be like, you know what? I need a minute. And that's just essentially the end of this episode.
Can we be done with the spark conversation? Because I feel like this is so stupid. And I don't like it anymore. It's
I
so
don't like it
boring.
anymore.
This is the whole episode.
You know what I would love? If anything started happening on this show. Like
Yeah.
anything that feels substantial. Like give me a through line that isn't Kyle and Amanda, because we know that, but also is someone in love as much as we think they need to be in a relationship.
Yeah. And like Lindsay, like I think what really annoyed me when she was like, "Oh, I want to keep it casual." Like, no, you want a boyfriend. You want a boy?
Yeah.
Are we not? Obviously, what you're trying to tell us is this
want a
Dustin guy is
husband.
not going to be your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And so he saw another episode of you on a date with a different guy. Obviously, the Frank guy's not coming back. The Dustin guy's not coming back. Like, can we just bring in a love interest for you? Because I would like to see someone progress.
Yes.
And instead, she's like, remember all the stuff I put you through the last 3 episodes? Doesn't fucking matter because I actually don't even care. Like, I care. That's why I'm watching the show.
Yeah, totally. Well, Kate, do you have an MVP this week?
I was thinking about it a lot. I think it might be Amanda.
Okay,
I
let me know.
I think Amanda has got, a new apartment. She's convinced Kyle. I mean, she's somehow moved from like a separation to like a year-long lease in an unfurnished apartment, and getting Kyle to agree to everything. And still in this universe is not the bad guy. I loved when she was like, I'm still a catch and you have to treat me like I'm a catch. That was clearly in a pre-West world supposed to be the line that really ate here. She has Kyle wrapped around her finger, will do whatever she says, and it seems like everyone else, too. She's taking the fucking plates, the Pottery Barn plates. I was like, man, you're taking everything. You're taking everything from this place. And apparently she still hasn't moved out. So still, while she's fucking Kyle's friend, and there's videos of them, like, spitting into each other's mouths, Marilyn Manson style, in Italy, going to weddings together, she still has shit at his house, the like free public storage that is Kyle's apartment. Kyle, I have some things I need to keep over there,
Yeah,
I have
no
some
shit.
files.
God, they need
Amanda,
they need to pull everyone from the valley and do what they did with Brittany and just put all her shit in garbage bags and throw it outside.
and even Lindsay doesn't tell Amanda, like, oh, it's kind of weird that you're like got a year-long lease in an unfurnished apartment and still say you're separated. She doesn't call her out on that. She doesn't.
Which seems like a total Lindsay thing to do.
I know, because Lindsay doesn't actually do things in real life. She does them in confessionals or on social media. She does not have the balls to actually do it. And Amanda has created a world where no one could say anything to her, which I really respect because people always go to me with their bullshit problems. And I love that she's created this world where everyone's scared to say things to her.
I love that.
You know what? She just does whatever she wants to do. She doesn't care what anyone thinks. Like, she really let them theory. She's letting them do whatever the fuck she wants to. And she's rich and has parents who are going to pay for everything. So at the end of the day, trust fund Amanda is going to be fine.
I love this. I can't argue with any of it. It makes sense for the perfect MVP. And folks, look. You might think our takes are stupid and we say the F word too much, but that's what you've signed up for when you're listening to Vanderpump Robs, folks. And Kate, I promise you to never come to you with any of my problems. And that's why we make a good team hosting this podcast.
Well, I remember when my wedding happened, and I don't like planning weddings or anything, and so like I made everyone too afraid to ask anything about the wedding.
Oh,
they would ask
hell
like,
yeah.
"Oh, what color do you want?" And I'm like, "How dare? I'm really busy this week, and you're asking me what color I want the napkins to be? I don't care what color the napkins are." Like I would just like go off, and then nobody would ask me anything, and they would just make all the decisions themselves, and I got to like live my life without thinking about the color of the napkins, and it was great.
That's great. I love that. Folks, if you want to know about the color of the napkins, head to vanderpumprobs.com where you can support this podcast and see everything we got there. We got over 400 episodes, and majority of them are all behind the paywall. They're all really good, but you can tell where we really hit our stride when Kate joined the show, and a lot of those episodes are also behind the paywall. And you may have noticed that Kate plugged a book she wrote called Kill the Rich, which you can purchase at killtherichbook.com, which you should all do. And who knows, maybe in the future there will be more books to buy. We'll find out later, and we appreciate you all joining us today on Vanderpump Robs. Goodbye.